Now, I still remember the day when ôr-gan'ik was started. It was the year 2000. I was still in high school, but my three oldest brothers had moved out into a house of their own.
The safety of being at home and having our parents kind of control everything was over. We wanted to take a new direction.
We ended up looking up the word online, and we saw the phonetical spelling of it with the brackets, with the accent, the hyphen.
And that kind of stuck as our symbol. Our song started to become more about the struggle because we were struggling to pay rent. We were struggling to have jobs and put food on the table, as well as try to develop a music career.
That was basically when I stepped up to the mic. What we started doing was recording 4-song EPs. Now, the first of these was an EP by the name of Neoteric Communication.
It was almost like street tapes. And every 3 months or so, we would have a 4-song demo that we recorded at our studio.
We ended up gaining a spot in a contest, which was actually called BandFest.
We recorded a track at our parents' basement at Studio D. The song was called Triple Blasted. We got Maggie, our vocalist from FGM, to sing the hook on it. We actually ended up getting this song on the radio.
We actually got asked to do an opening show for Del the Funky Homo Sapien at the Commodore Ballroom. We were thinking of new ways that we could really connect with fans. We started this podcast series called Bits and Pieces.
The next few years of our career as ôr-gan'ik were definitely very interesting. We had actually won this contest.
Part of the prize was to record this album with a local producer.
This album that we were recording turned into sort of one thing after another. We ended up starting a record label with the guy who owned this studio. There was, a very expensive music video that we recorded along with it.
A lot of effort went into it.
In the end, though, like so many things in the music industry, it didn't work out.
Each one of us kind of took it in a bit of a different way.
We decided, in the end, it was really about taking it back to basics and taking it back to us.
Luke took things a little hard. He ended up basically taking off with a cover band and went to China.
People who thought that the process that we had just gone through was a big loss actually really admired, the perseverance and the commitment that we were able to show by continuing on.
When he was done in China, he moved straight to Montreal to meet up with his girlfriend. So it ended up that we were kind of down a drummer.
We started recording on our own again.
Me, Dustin, and Derek were living in an apartment in Yaletown.
We started work on a new project, which was an instrumental album.
We decided to try all of our songs acoustically.
We started doing more unplugged shows. We recorded our Live at 21 album that was acoustic in our Yaletown apartment. We've been doing it for like 2 decades up until this point. It's not like we're about to stop just because of a few bumps in the road. I mean, how many artists have you heard giving speeches at the Grammys where they're like, what I did do was stick with it.
Having Luke in Montreal, we decided to embark on a tour across Canada to go meet up with him in Montreal. So we started the Cross Country Canada tour.
Dee and his girlfriend at the time, which became his wife Angela, actually ended up buying a tour bus that we ended up naming Gladys. We ended up recording a 4-song EP, which we entitled the Back to Me EP, and we decided to put it on iTunes. So that was the first time we got connected with iTunes. We realized that digital downloads and stuff were the way of the future.
I started filming everything to do with the tour. Us getting ready for the tour, us on the bus, playing the shows.
We booked shows all the way back to Montreal, ended up in Montreal for a number of weeks, did some shows in and around the Southern Ontario area as well. We had our own clothing line that we started with HT Naturals. We were selling organic cotton, organic bamboo, t-shirts and hoodies. So, we were really trying to do all we could, but we knew that we had a few holes in the program. So we decided after, about 3 months on tour that we were going to come back to Vancouver. where we had access to an awesome studio and an awesome friend of ours.
There was really no time to waste.
Changes come with every day.
We got into Maximus Sound.
Nothing ever stays the same.
We started recording the beds.
We decided to start putting together this album, which we eventually ended up calling The Band.
And over the next year, we would basically chip away at recording this new album, which would end up being ôr-gan'ik, the band.
That's what we've spent the last couple of years, putting together.
What we really want to do right now is reach out to other people. That's our big objective.
If there's one thing our story proves, it's that we're not afraid of hard work, we're not afraid of challenges. Our goal now is to get that story out to people and to work with people.
How do we meet people? How do we network? How do we work with people in the industry?
When they discover where we are Mike Jones, 1, 2, 3, 4, out the door, shout for more. Oh Jesus, out the door, shout for more. 1, 2, 3, 4, out the door, shout for more. Oh Jesus, out the door, shout for more.
We are calling out to people that may see this or that may come across us to join in the story. The story's already been going for 2 decades. The story is already set.
You can go to ôr-gan'iktheband.com, listen to everything that we've done, and you can actually fill out a web form there that will come directly to us. You can introduce yourselves to us, whether you're a DJ, a record label, an artist, a producer, anything.
We're starting this reality TV show, this reality podcast. It's all about, spending your life doing what you're good at and, pursuing like what you're good at.
We really feel that we, deserve opportunities. And obviously these opportunities haven't come up in Vancouver, so we're trying to reach out.
Enjoy the adventure, enjoy the progress as much as we enjoy it, and possibly you'll be part of the ôr-gan'ik revolution as well.
So now you've seen our show, you know a little bit about our story and our past, and the things we've gone through to get to this point so far. So this show is all about goals. So the first goal that we really set out to do was to put together that episode that you just watched there, so that everyone, kind of gets up to date on us and our story.
Our first goal is to head back east to Eastern Canada, meet up with our other 2 brothers that are actually back there already, Dee in Southern Ontario and Luke in Montreal. We're gonna see what we can do, see what kind of people that we can meet out there, and try to create some opportunity as well as some awesome adventure. Kind of get the band back together, maybe do a little bit of writing, put together a live show. We're gonna try to put together some new productions as well, some new recordings. So we're gonna set up goals one at a time, and you're gonna see us knock them down. Well, just say it again.
Say it again.
Do it in your own words.
Say it again, Sam.
What did you say? You're a goof, man.